is always around this time of year that I get tons of emails, mostly from wives, asking for gift recommendations on something they can buy their shop-loving husbands. Now, it's really difficult to advise on what gift to buy somebody not knowing what they're into building or what their current shop setup looks like. But I have tried to comprise a list of universal gifts that would be good for just about anybody who likes hanging out in the shop environment. So let's get into it. Before I get going, I am going to be doing a giveaway on all of the items that I'm about to recommend to you. So if you'd like a chance to win something that I talk about, then be sure to check out the description below. If you're familiar with my channel, it should not be any surprise to you that my very first recommendation is going to be the Superjaws. This is by far my most favorite tool in my shop, just because of how versatile they are. It doesn't matter what project sort I'm tackling, whether it be electrical, woodworking, metalworking, I have always found a use for this tool. I use it as a clamp for a massive glue up, for holding onto a project while sanding it or cutting it. I throw in a sheet of scrap OSB and very quickly turn it into a workbench. I use it as a vise since my shop doesn't currently have one. Simply put, you cannot go wrong with buying anybody a set of these Superjaws. They will find a use for them. Next up is a portable tool bag. I am completely in love with this product. It's always a good idea to keep a tool bag with commonly used tools in a vehicle, but the special thing about this tool bag is that it's designed to hang from the back of a headrest in a vehicle. However, if you have a bench seat like my truck, then of course you could keep it rolled up and very easily stored away as well. It has a ton of storage compartments on it, both on the inside and the outside, which not only helps with organizing and grouping together sets of tools, but I swear this thing is like Mary Poppins' purse on its never-ending storage capacity. It is overloaded with straps so that you have a multitude of ways to not only carry it, but to also store it. It has a center buckle to keep it rolled, two short straps that you can utilize as handles, a long strap that you could throw over your shoulder, or of course this shorter strap in order to throw over a headrest. All in all, this is a very versatile gift idea that almost anybody would be able to utilize in one form or another. The next recommendation is my Bluetooth hearing protection. These are OSHA compliant, Bluetooth capable hearing protection. So they not only have noise canceling features that are OSHA compliant, but they also allow you to wirelessly listen to your music or take phone calls while in a shop, or really wherever you're wearing them at. Other places that I wear mine are doing any yard work, working out, traveling, or commuting. So this is a very versatile, universal gift. Then a new product that IsoTunes just came out with is their IsoTunes Wired. If you know somebody who doesn't want to mess with Bluetooth or the pairing process, even though it is very simple, then this is a great option. I think that these will make a great standalone gift, but also the packaging is so small, they would also be great in a stocking stuffer. Next gift idea is to protect those Lamborghinis. That means your feet. That's not funny. Let's talk about saving your feet throughout the day though. Something I always do in my own shop is sit down whenever possible. The thing that makes that possible is having a variety of shop stools. This is one of my favorites because it's low to the ground and of course it's on casters. This one might seem a little underwhelming if you give it by itself. However, my recommendation is to maybe do a foot saving bundle, if that makes sense, where you could purchase this low to the ground rolling shop stool, but then also purchase a taller adjustable shop stool. I utilize this one whenever I'm sitting at any flat, taller work surface, then this one whenever I'm forced to get lower to the ground for either assembly or finishing. Having a combination of both is super helpful in a shop environment. Then on top of it, if you're already putting together a bundle, something else that you might be able to either substitute for one of the stools or just add on top of it is an anti-fatigue mat or multiple of them. I have a few of these placed throughout my shop in places that I'm always constantly standing, and they definitely help preserve the feet throughout the day. All right, let's get into a sticky subject. Glue. I'm not funny. Kind of funny. Running along the same vein as more of a bundle rather than a standalone big hitter gift, I recommend a glue up bundle. Anybody who has a shop that's geared around woodworking, DIY, general household maintenance, I think this would be a good gift for. In this bundle, I recommend getting a large variety of different glues: interior, exterior wood glue, a CA glue. Other things that could very easily fit inside this bundle is a glue bot or two. This is a glue bottle that is a simple thing, but very functional. Silicone brushes, these are great for smearing glue, but then instead of having to stop and clean them out, you simply pick the glue off whenever it dries. A few different sizes of these right angle clamping jigs. These really help to make gluing up at a 90 simple and quick. And then of course you can't go wrong with throwing in a few bar clamps. My personal favorite are the Surefoot bar clamps, and the sizes that I mostly utilize are the 24 and the 36-inch ones. While this bundle is comprised of many smaller items, mostly consumables, I think anybody, especially with the woodworking shop, would really be appreciative of such a functional gift. This next recommendation is a little bit outside of the box, but I still think it would make a great gift. What I recommend is that you go online and search for different shop projects that have a step-by-step plan that you can purchase. Most of the time these are digital plans that you can buy, print off, and then what you can do is staple them together, put them in a box, and there you have a present that you can present to somebody who either has a shop that needs help organizing it, or maybe they're just getting going and they need that step-by-step plan. I myself have put together a bundle of my 5 most popular shop builds into one for the holidays. But I also have links down below to my friends doing the same thing for the holidays. Maybe the thinking is wrong, but I think anybody who enjoys playing in the shop more than likely enjoys playing in the yard as well. At least I do. So that's what spurred this very last bundle that I have to recommend to you. I do not recommend giving this bundle to somebody who doesn't enjoy lawn work, unless you're trying to send a message. Now, unless this person is running battery or electric, then something great to throw in this bundle would be 2-stroke fuel. Another thing to throw in if they have a chainsaw is some bar oil. This helps lubricate the chain in order to keep it in good working condition. Safety glasses. I recommend throwing in clear as well as tinted. A small item that I have found very useful, not so much in this size gas can container, but in the larger ones definitely, is a nozzle that you can thread onto the container and then help pour your gas into those tiny little ports that come on the machine. Of course, a good set of gloves would be a great addition to this bundle because without doubt, if they use them, they will get worn out. On that note, if you're going to be buying for a female, I'll leave you the link to my exact gloves that I have found not only fit my small hands, but also come in another color besides bright pink. And then if you want to be fun, then a pair of chainsaw socks. So if you have anybody who enjoys running a chainsaw, then I definitely recommend throwing these in. Oh, and then of course, the ISO tunes would go great in this bundle because anybody who's gonna be playing around in the yard, of course, it's better to be wearing hearing protection, but then to also have access to your tunes is very beneficial. Now, that kind of sets you up for a lot of different recommendations for gift ideas, but let's talk about stocking stuffers. You can very easily take a lot of these smaller items, such as, let's say, the wired or the gloves, the safety glasses, the small bottles of glue or the glue brushes, and put them into a stocking. But a few additional items that you can throw into a stocking are drill guides. These things get lost all the time, but they're incredibly useful. A few different lighting options. This headlamp is incredibly useful, not only in a shop setting, but also out in the yard, camping, multifunctional. But also a pocket pin light is very handy. Of course, you can not only clip it onto your pocket or maybe a ball cap, but this one actually comes with a rubberized tip because inevitably you're gonna end up holding it in your mouth while you're trying to work on something. But you don't necessarily have to buy them something new. One of my biggest suggestions is to walk around the shop and look at consumables that they're running low on and then restock them, such as their screw boxes. Look to see what size they're running low on. Simply take a photo of it and then replace it. You can't go wrong with throwing in a box of pencils or metal marking pens or even Sharpies. If they use a lot of disposable foam brushes, you can look to see how that stockpile is doing. Their sandpaper, look to see what grit they're running low on. You can look at their brad nail collection, see what size is running low. If you just look at the consumables in somebody's shop, you should be able to put together a pretty useful stocking. And I think that's going to wrap up this video. I hope that you were able to get a few different ideas for your shop loving person out of it. I am going to be doing a giveaway on all of the bundles and gifts that I recommended. So be sure to follow me on Instagram or check out my website at wilkerdoos.com if you'd like a chance to win one. But I also have links to everything that I talked about down in the description. On that note, I'm gonna go ahead and wish you a very happy Thanksgiving and a Merry Christmas. I will see y'all soon. Oh, one last thing, just because it's too good not to recommend. A hanging bug killer, bug slayer, bug zappa, whatever you want to call it. I love this thing hanging in the shop. So definitely throw it on the list of recommended items.